Hello viewers, Moazer Inchimi Himjoy, Amnikan Saise NLTV, correcting Gachanai Divilimanase. Angami Youth Organization Kampra, July 19 day press conference Rakishi, Kodei Tai Kampra recently Kotom Hua taxi verification drive laga detailed report present Kurishe. Idu drive to 12-18 tak Chaisharo, July 19 day Bujur field inspection Kurigina Kotom Hoishe. Leaders Kampra idu drive to ki karni shuru kurisharo field inspection day ki dikhisharo idu laga initiative laga main maksad ki ase idu kan chanaishe IB to laga details sabo reporter social logote
Amyan chaniwo parishe ki highest taxi permit holder do atta turina ase ina kwa ase aro idui noy hoilibi yedi amyan chaniwo parishe ki 7 to 8 years machote ekchun maigi pacha taigi bi taxi permit to tigina ase to minor taxi permit to be hold kuri na tahan ki issue kuri na ase koina idubi chaniwo parishe yedi non verified taxi to be idu nipera wole karni aro public khan ki bi ayo khan by appeal kurishe ki idu non verified taxi khan loigina tahan nipera wole laga bi appeal kurishe aro olop thagishe koile tahan inspection aro jaigena olop thaigena tahan idu inspection jawo jaigena aro non verified taxi gule tahan laga side phalibar ki action lobo leise idu bi lobo koina chanai dishe aro yedi angami youth organization kan bi yedi tahan kuise ki government ki tahan appeal grace motor transport policy idu to put up kurole karni naglendi idu put up kurole karni tahan idu bi government ki appeal kura laga amian hunio parishe ahibi idu laga obordi amian palbra detail bra yedi tahan ayo officials along with the president tahan man ki press conference tia laga obordi ikilo sailo
details kan amigan press media logo share gole mun ase first 8 days digine mun han taxi kan verify guru gine 8 days time dije nahole bi amigan number of taxis turning up aro ek din de taxi verify gule pare abi morning 9 bara shuru gune rati 6 tok kuri thagi je nahole bi cover gule na pare hora another 3 days extension digine mugan taxi kan verify guri je inia guri gine last week tok amigan ki verify gule thagi je para to kitu khan guri je inia guri gine kumba ekta duita doubtful thaka khan itu khan aro rectify rule khan olop time lagi je itu wara itu khan sa kotom ha biside aji ami khan office bears khan field e jai gine gari kiman verified hui gina sa aro gari kiman da verified na hui gina pola ase itu khan big bar sa hui gina aji jai gine taxi parking han de jai gine sai je inia sai gina ha laga report khan itia ami khan laga committee members khan tai khan starting from the convener aro alag members kan ekjun guri gine details kan apni kan logote share guri dibo
etu ami khan first ayo khan taxi khan verification kuriya do first press conference te bi janai dise bole bi ami khan hunise ki public khan etu kotha bisi ja ase kile etu verification kurubo lage hoile bi NGO ekta bara ai kine ni ga kure do itu thik nai iniga kotha kan bisi ja ase itu kan bi mukhan hunise itu kare itia moi itu time loi kina aro ekbar manu khange public khange kile itu kurise itu mukhan laga idea do olop manu khange kobole monase 2024 te amikhan RTI ekta RTO de regional transport office te tate file kurise reply pa do amikhan reply do sai kine amikhan satisfactory hoa nai edu kile satisfactory hoa nai itu do the first point is 2022 6 July tate order ekta dise ki itu order de itia bara taxi permit to issue na kuri jabo iniga order ulaise however surpassing this government standing order we find that so many taxi permits are being issued against this standing order idu mohan number khan sai thagya do up to 577 or more taxi 577 or more itu permit khan illegally issued kuri dia laga itu mohan findings to itu paisi aro itu ami khan bahare taxi owners khan hobi drivers khan hobi huda hudi kura time de taxi permit to apni han kimam bara banaise inika hudia do yes there of course there are some few taxis some few permits who have acquired their permits through the proper procedures holebi bishi bardo ami khan khobor paise ki 75,000 70,000 80,000 up to 95,000 tak permit to kini bole imam bara kinia itu bi ami khan dikhise itu karone ami khan are itu taxi do it is for unemployed youth to is the government or is the concerned department not robbing this unemployed youth in a one question be mohan itu be ene question kurishi itu karone we have to go for verification to get the findings to get the fact in a kakurne itu verification be suru kurishi aro ami khan dikhi ase Kohima de saise kule do almost all the empty spaces in Kohima town are being occupied as taxi stands there is no more empty space for private vehicles or for emergencies to park their vehicles itu karone verification kurigine itu khan bi aro a lot space be create kuru paribola itu babik ni ami khan itu khan bi kurise karikomba illegally permit na thagina original permit na paine after the registration of their vehicle they simply painted their vehicles into taxi color and they're applying so it can be question there he it karone verification to ebar jabo lagibo inika he aro traffic jam do mukhan sob jani ase more than 3,000 taxis flying in Kohima in this very small smart city of Kohima so if it is like that then how will the growth of the town be possible inika bi mukhan laga concern de hai jaise so as an NGO and the local guardian of this Kohima town we find ourselves responsible at least to create space and to do something good for our people itu karone mohan verification jaise and then ami khan bahare sado taxi bishi do very old already very old itu can be feed asena nai itu be concerned hai jaise aro we see some drivers not in order itu can be dikhise itu karone we have to verify and get the proper datas so that the safety of the commuters the passengers will also be put into place inika ita bhabine ami khan verification to suru kurish de itu bara points bi bishi ase holebi those are some of the concerning points that comes to our office itu karone ami khan verification to suru kurishi verification kuria do ami khan president coalition total 12 days ami khan loine verification kurishi to 12 days the verification kore do ami la findings inika ase ki permit validity itu thik na thakia gari bishi ase aro permit validity to for a local taxi say example itu local taxi ekta do tala permit to it is valid for 5 years and after that he or she can go for renewal inika ekta ase however kumba taxi do more than 2-3 decades renew kurine jala itu bi dikhise to will that taxi be fit to carry a passenger inika ekta question bi ase aro permit chado permit bishi expert hone thakise aro gari bishi pollution hobi noli fitness hobi itu kan check na kuri inna thakya bishi ami kan data kan sob collect kuri gine ase Aro permit be issued against minor itu be paise 7 years old 8 years old itu kan tak permit paina thaka laga itu be mukhan findings te paise aro permit renew kure time de it is done in proxy itu kile proxy de kure ase kure to the taxi permit is clearly in the permit it is clearly mentioned that the permit is non-transferable. However, permit to bikai na aro gari to bikai gine second owner, third owner, fourth, fifth owner tak thakya ini hakan bi paise. Aro original permit holder do say example permit holder tala nam A ase. Holebi who is this particular person A? Itu concern na loi gine the person B himself goes and do renewal for the permit. Iniga itabi amyan la finding ne paise itu kane the renewal of the taxi permits are being done in proxies. Aro A laga nam de B laga passport photo itu rakhi ne thaka la itu kan bi saise. To how these are happening iniga amikan itu sawal bi itu concern department ge bi aro hudi ase. Aro if the taxi permits or if the taxis are being given for to create employment kile itu permit kan do government servants kan itu hold kurubole pari ase itu bi question ase aro a single person is acquiring more than 3-4 permits inika laga bi ase itu karne amian la findings de itu kan finding paise itu karne mon la finding itu kan sob milai gina ami kan concerned department ke bi nolebi government ke bi request kuro mon thakia to let the state government come or put out concrete on state transport policy nijo laga state laga transport policy ekta ahibo lagibo neki iniga ami kan request itu dia ase aro ami la friend bara data kan itu kan alop koi dibo kiman verify kurishe kiman first owner ase kiman second owner ase itu han sob ami la friend bara share koi dibo
Mohana findings iniga ase so far total vehicle verified and issued sticker to 2412 and out of 2412 only 843 taxis are with the fresh owner. Rest are second till some are even this up to fifth owner. Na taxi pigane transfer grado. It will do 1,569 as it. Second to fifth owner. Aro number of taxis post NL01TA0703. It will do 448 as it. 448. Aro itu mahan driver kan saisi bole itu local drivers kiman ase non local kiman ase itu du ekbar itu bi mahan kiba kurse sama kurse to non local drivers kan do 544 sorry mahan findings e aro nijor taxi thage aro nijor driving kurne kama kan do 1109 aro number of taxis non-indigenous inhabitants of Nagaland la hate thagando 415 ase non-indigenous owners. Aro man owners e sadu itu sathi bra konishna double permit thagan bi si ase aro family de mota maiki bacha khan na nam de permit thaga ekta family de 2-3 permits thaga bi paise. Aro repetition hoje holebi 7 and 8 year old girls duita itu taxi permit pa laga bi itu bi paise aru owners kan kumba do kila hesa prase ne jnoli bi takala connection thagia prase na kina ase oli taxi permit lobo within a month or two taxi permit to pikai diu tan drive kuribo gari kinine kamabo itu nongine tan business kura la bi paise khali taxi permit logine aru do post 0703 kanne friendly conversation kurine Mohan Padu, Satyavan Kwanishna, Kumbadu 40, 50, 75, 85, or highest 95 amount pay gune taxi permit pa laga ase aru kuma do sida sida ko ko de kina pa jo ko le minister line bar pa ise na bi ko bi man pa ise de aru drivers kan Idu many drivers without anta ID card idu apply la bi idu bishi paisi de aru te mohan na suggestion han ko dise ole kuma sathi han kuma bra supplement ko
ahi gine yade ami han sob itia committee members kan da brief kuri dia nishna yade angami youth organization laga motive aro idea do bile do agire kui da nishna ami kan ahi gine unregulated number of taxis thaka han traffic jam la issue gan parking laga han itu kan sob gwa ase na hole bi the foremost and important thing is that we can educated unemployed iman ase aro taxi itu do hole do itu consumer service ekta do hole do ami kan manu bi siga modo gura parole laga ase aro jodi itu permit proper channel bara regional transport authority logode jaisi bole do it is just a nominal amount has iniga guri gine utu manu kun permit paise tai bara to permit to ledo tai logode usually 5 years kane die tai road tax every year renew gribo iniga gana after 5 years pichite tai aro tai laga permit to aro renew gribo but road tax to tai every year tai to iniga hoise bole to the genuine person or the deserving person do hoise bole to proportional de jaise bole to tai he could have saved agire kuira nisna 90-80,000 rupees tai save korle parole laga ase aro deserving na pai gine kun puisa ase upai na thaki gine manu logode loan bi lui gine inia cases bi bishi thakibo idu ora ami khan la concept tu hule do itu system bal ora streamline guri di gine ami khan not only taxi ekla na hoi gine ahi gine pa manu ge hule bi tai laga source of income guri dibi tai kitia earn gure iniga hole to tai bi economy de ami khan la economy ni bi contribute gura ekta ase itu ora ami khan la concern tu hule to ami khan DC Kohima DC regional transport authority ki bi kwa do hule to permit khan itia bara henceforth issue guru kulise hule to ami khan itia scooty daga is permit kiniga dia ase itu nijna bal bara tahan logode bi interview bi kuri gine tahan ge not only owning the taxi but I gina drive bi kuri gine nijore earn gole to encourage ko lagi gune DC ki bi price kurise agir ami khan committee member kui daga nijna ami khan yede ahi gine to problem so face kura to bole to ami khan the state does not have its own motor transport policy ami khan itia dole to jagine national transport policy he chola ase so very soon if it is felt pertinent that the Angami Youth Organization should write to the government or for that matter through this press conference we would also like to put forward our suggestion that the government should also table a bill in the assembly to have our own motor transport policy bill haligina ami khan ek pass kurigine kiniga hole to ami khan la youth khan karne bal hobo itu khan streamline itu khan policies bal khan anigine ami khan naga manu khan ki dibi gugine to bi government ge request kurle muna je the second thing is the other thing is taxi khan time diule laga bi sufficient time di dise itu ora itia to hule to taxi khan verified na gura khan to hule to let us assume and let us be of the opinion that tahan documents thik nai na hole bi tahan gari thik nai itu ora verify gula hanai ora henceforth verified na thaga taxi khan pola bole na dibo aro polai kine jodi durise gule to ami khan Angami Youth Organization khan tahan la pore ki action luise gule bi they will be held solely responsible iniga guri kine aji henceforth aji ora taxis can fly gurule without verified na gone pola bole na dibo aro ami khan taxi services chula manu khan hulibi itu verified stickers thaka han logode he services khan lubi inia hoise gule to moi khan bitor hulibi genuine garis khan pola bole dibo ami khan problem ki face kure ase itu khan somehow to a certain level moi khan laga problem khan bi solve hole laga ekta ase tura through this press conference ami khan common public khan gi bi appeal kura do hule to ami khan verified stickers khan he chola bi de gari khan kuigine sob ke request kura ase itu khan ami khan itia kui thana nishna ahi gine tai laga loopholes khan itu khan ase kuigine ami khan through this press media itu lai di gina ase itu kui thana nishna ahi gine I think this is also one of the most appropriate forum where we have already highlighted and also disclosed the lapses as well as the loopholes in the issuing of taxi permits, or for that matter with the service related of the taxi. Itu wara the competent authority as we speak here, the deputy commissioner is the regional transport authority. He is the chairman. Or for that matter, the chief secretary is the chairman of the state transport authority. So I think these are the two competent authorities who are in a position to address to all these loopholes as well as the lapses that we have already disclosed to this press media. As we have said, these people are going to taxi permit kina handle do agire kuit han is na nijo self drive kura handle do 1109 as de nijo taxi da nijo drive kura. Aro from what the committee has found out is that itu NL07TA 0703 laga piche number dia handle do maximum of them they are driving by themselves. NL01TA 0703 itu laga drivers khan aro malik khan do ekjun ha je. So it can be of the conclusion that tai khan iman puisa luigine invest kurigine kuda olibe just kurigine anigine iman tera je. For us, we are of the opinion that to victimize the owners, or for that matter taxi permit lo hangi to hangi victimize kurle do out of question as nagi babi ase kile mane system e niga ase normal apply krise kule do true proportional apply krise le do na pai puisa dile do he lo ase to niga wa I think it is now upon the authority tai kan kiniga ahe gine to permit kan iniga issue kuri dise itu do le do ahe gine not the person who have acquired the taxi permits but dia laga opor de he problem do la ase aro itu kui dhaga nisna the repeat kura ase na hole bi ami kan ahi gine taxi permit dia do hole bi ekta among khan dekha do le do taxi permits are not transferable itu ase. Otherwise there are no criteria or no credentials itu hole do dibo itu la ku nai. Itu wara all these problems is coming up because there is no motor transport policy. Ekhe nai mohan logo de. Itu wara issue gura do hole bi taihan laga khushi kiniga dibo gule bi ta na khushi. Itu wara ami kan ahi gine system do hole do the foremost and important thing now here is that I think the state should have its own motor transport policy. Iniga hojule do ami khan ki ase guidelines kan hole bi aru kun benefit pawo lage itu khan bi moi khan itu khan olai jule do I think these are all an ultimate thing once the motor transport policy comes into picture.
Regular or normal apply for
See, even some of us ahigine kumba do hule do since government service na gram andu bi ase to bara genuine apply gra handu le do as far as we are concerned we don't even pay 3,000 for 5 years permit. Your road tax hardly you'll be paying around some 1,000 plus amount. Your pollution is another thing. Itu do hule do 100 rupees para bi apni na laga pollution kan provided you bring your vehicle and then check it iniga ase to hardly say apni laga for 5 years you are paying a maximum amount of 3,000 and then apni kan per year apni laga road tax kuria to hule do you're just paying not even 2,000 also with your pollution fitness kan itu kan kurigine to inia hwa do hule do but someone who has already purchased the permit with 95,000 is also paying the same amount because tabi 5 years tatala permit renew lage aro tai laga road tax bi every year ta hole lage to itu bora ekta taxi driver ekta living depending on his vehicle for his earning to get back that 95,000 I think it is a very big amount for someone with such employment. It is a very big deal for him.
Okay, apni vidya do kimambara taxi permit to pabo lage iniga de ami kan verification kore time de itu undertaking ekta tage yede sign kore time de one remarks ko in rake to all these records are with us ami kan vidya talk to those who go to the RTO through proper channel and acquire their permits itu kan do processing charge 1,500 to 3,000 itu bitore phekai komba do innocently ko do mi ando manuge hi kurele dije do gane moido cha pani bi khabi ko ne 10,000 dije ko ase. But the rest though, there may be some brokers in between the department and the buyers. Itu brokers can business kure ase na kiniga kure ase. Itu the permit holder knows the best. Itu kan 60,000 db aru permit to loi jabi inega ita. There is an instance ekta ase itu moitik mola cousin brother ekta ase. I will tell that example. He is an unemployed youth. Tai gari kinibi koise kinise permit dibo koise kheta ase. Gari kinina ready koine thaise permit to lop time lo ase. To he go to the RTO to get the permit. Idu time de tai laga documents ki khando RTO de ek jombara. I will not tell the designation. Ek jombara ta laga post khan boise tai office bitori janai bahare thakise. Iniga thagina permit to anigine tai ge dise. Permit ania bi itu bai laga naam de ane nai. Itu maike ita laga tai na jania ita laga naam de permit to ahi jaise. To you have to pay 65,000 in a bushi. To bahare tai jo nina transact koine tai to taxi permit lo ni jaise. To regarding this those unemployed youth who acquired a permit by buying and all these things, so we are not in a position to victimize them, or we are not in a position to give them any ultimatum or punish. As our president has clearly mentioned, the concerned authority should look into that matter in a right today.
So now you have found so many enemies in the department. So after your findings, if you are just going to give a press conference and then conclude here, how do you think the department will take an action unless you give something to them?
No, see, Agirevi Kuidishe, but I think now our main concern here is the suggestion, or for that matter, the recommendation for bringing about state motor transport policy. Itu dulu doa kita be kuidishe. If required, I think Angami Youth Organization is very much willing forward to put up, a representation to the government. For that matter, the chairman of the state motor transport authority, we are willing. Doesn't mean that we will not write, but in due course, befitting representation may be given to the government.
Ijen media coverage mani ase arenika news or updates kan bai tikuli site gi NLTV.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter.